sometimes when you have a fight with your man, your boyfriend or something, you come on social media and you just see tweets that validate your thoughts, reels that validate everything that you are going through, and you're like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isiuwe. If you are new here, please subscribe and like this video. First of all, we have so much social media platforms going around now. It's like there are so many right now, and from all these different platforms we have different people registered on them and different people giving their unsolicited opinions, their advice, giving their standards, what they feel like life should be about. Strawberry makeup, there's latte makeup, there's rich girl aesthetic, poor girl aesthetic, bunny beauty. See, these things that we're consuming every day, these different contents that we're consuming every day, it's not healthy, especially because information is what shapes you. I mention every time in my videos that you should be very careful kind of content that you consume, because if you are on social media now scrolling every day mindlessly, you're going to see different opinions, different takes on how you should live your life. And it's funny because we're in the digital age, and that's kind of like how we learn. There's a whole movement on social media, and you have to be careful which one you subscribe to. You're going to hear information from people that are actually unhinged, people that are listening to the voices in their head. You're going to hear people that they're sick that day and they just poured out all the things that were in their head. You're going to hear so much information that you don't need. So it's very important to be able to know how to filter and decipher information. One way that social media is creating unrealistic standard is especially in relationships. See, and there's a lot of red pill content about relationship, how men should treat women, how women deserve less, how men deserve less. There's a lot of information going around. So social media sometimes can even help you destroy your relationship. And it's so funny because I don't even, maybe it's machine learning or whatever, because sometimes when you have a fight with your man, your boyfriend or something, you come on social media and you just see tweets that validate your thoughts, reels that validate everything that you are going through, and you're like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to be very careful. Sometimes most of them are wrong. That is not the exact way you are feeling. That is without context of what's going on in your life. That's without context of your situation, of your personality, of his personality, of whatever is going on in your life. Sometimes we can actually even solve our problems by ourselves. We don't need social media to help us. Communicate with your partner. That's what I'll say. Communicate with your partner. Fight it out, talk it out. Stop going to social media to tell you what to do. If you actually need real life advice from people that are trusted, from trusted individuals, because like I said, on the internet there are people that are crazy, that are giving you information and you are taking it hook, line, sinker. These people have serious deluded personalities and they don't even know what they are doing with their lives, and you are just saying break up with him now and you're running with it, guy. That's dangerous. Just this Valentine that just passed, there are people that, you know, when it's Valentine's, partners, especially men, are always taking their girlfriends out and maybe like to a vacation, like a staycation in a hotel or something, and everywhere will be designed with hearts and balloons and rose petals, and there will be millions of boxes of gifts everywhere. And you know, girls will look at that and they'll be like, that's what I want. If my man doesn't do this, he's not real. Romance cannot be taught. This kind of romance cannot be taught. And I just look at tweets and I just look at pictures like that. I love it for the babes that experience it. See, me, I'm 100% a materialistic babe. I love the materials. I love it for those girls. But that is not romance. At best, that's performance. That's something that can be taught. It can definitely be taught. Like, you can teach somebody how to do that. You can pay for it. It's not something that makes you romantic. I used to think that because a man does that, that means he's romantic. That means he has genuine feelings for you. That is something that are people's businesses, even that they just pay for. Me, I actually really like very romantic gifts, and even though I like money, I'm not going to lie, I like money. I don't really like it when it looks like somebody did not put effort into something, like you did not pay for, you just paid for it, you did not like do a lot of things. I like when somebody puts effort into it. It makes me feel like, oh no, this person really tries. Like, sometimes I need my girlies to stand up, but that's by the wayside. I just feel like when you are looking on social media and you see that and your partner doesn't do that, that doesn't mean that your partner is not romantic. Now, you're the one that knows your partner, you're the one that knows whether he's romantic or not, and maybe he's not as romantic as he would be. you would like, but because he doesn't use balloons and he takes you to hotels and everything, does not mean that he's not romantic. It could be that he cannot afford it. It could, or let's not even use that as a staple for what romance is. Like, put your head on the ground and stop thinking that what other people do is what you should copy, what you should emulate. Like, that's crazy. Social media is rotting your brain, taking you to hotel. That is not like that's not romance. That's not the standard. Another thing that makes me know that social media is creating unrealistic expectations and unrealistic standards is when I see how people talk about wealth. At the end of the day, I think we have to create standards that please ourselves, because it's not normal to be wealthy. It's actually abnormal if you are in a society. Kind of people, the numbers of people that fall above and below the norm. There are people that are poor and there are people that are wealthy, and the number of people that are wealthy are not usually a lot, because it's not normal for most people to be wealthy. It's actually only a few people that can be wealthy, and it takes work. Social media creates the unrealistic standard that everybody has their life together, everybody has their shit together, and everybody's finances is up there. And it's not. A lot of people are drowning in debt. A lot of people don't know what they're going to eat tonight. A lot of people, like, your condition is probably more normal than you think. And so every time you're always, oh, I'm not going to sleep until I see, you're just stressing yourself and pressuring yourself. Allow yourself to live life and enjoy life. Yes, it's very important to aspire to want better for yourself and aspire to be rich and wealthy. It's very important, and nobody wants to be poor, obviously. But especially for young people, you see somebody that's like 16, 18, I'm like, oh no, Kendall Jenner made her first million when she was 12. It is not normal. Those are people that are not normal. They are not. In fact, there are a lot of people that you see on social media that they come from a long lineage of wealth. Their family probably had slaves, had plantations, that kind of thing. The reason I'm saying this is that a lot of people fall into depression because of this. Oh, there was this, I cannot remember the video now, I can't even remember where it's from, but there was this video that was going around on TikTok a while ago. It was of this girl that was saying that she was dressing up to go to a ball or something, and then people were like, oh my god, I want your life, you are living the dream and everything. And then somebody came and stitched that video and explained that this girl's lineage goes back centuries of like royalty. A lot of us are never going to get to that level, never, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I said again that social media is making you think that those kind of people are no at all. Another point that I must address on this social media and unrealistic standards is, I feel like what's important is for you to know who you are, for you to form a personality. There's nothing that is more wishy-washy than somebody that does not have a personality, that does not have a strong personality. I don't know, it was a movie that I was watching that said that somebody that doesn't stand for something does not stand for anything at all. So do not allow, like, if you are somebody that is like a tabula rasa, like a baby, you don't have any personality whatsoever, you're just taking things from the internet and absorbing them and making it your personality. So it's very important for you to form who your personality is. Be strong on that, be firm on that, on your personality, so that you know that when you take some things, when you read some things on the internet, you'll be like, no, this does not align with my values at all. Like, this person is probably crazy. A lot of times I'm scrolling on Twitter and sometimes I pause, I want to respond, I'm like, is this person thinking? I'm like, you know what, at this point this person is probably just, maybe the person is insane. I always make excuses. Oh no, this person is insane, this person is crazy, it's wild to even think like that. No normal person would ever think like this. And then I move along and go about my day, because I know who I am, I know the values that I align with, I know the kind of things that I like. And so when I see something that is not adding up, I don't even have to engage with that, I just scroll past. And also, apart from like having a personality, I feel like it's important to also limit the amount of time that you spend on social media, because like I said, you're spending so much time on social media, and it's not like we all have just one Facebook. Just only Facebook is the only social media. That alone is bad, because that's millions of people all over the world interacting with each other. Like, that can be a good thing, exchanging ideas, witnessing different cultures and all of that. But then there's now multitudes of social media channels that a lot of people on those people, they are unhinged people, they are sane people, all of them every day mixing, and you jump from this one to that one, to Facebook, to Twitter, to Instagram, to TikTok, looking at different, that's is wild. So what I started doing is I started limiting my own screen time. Sometimes when I say that, because social media is crazy, I can have work, I can have a deadline to like meet up to, and I may find myself scrolling on hours on TikTok. I've consumed so much content in that time, and it is not good. It's not good at all. So limiting the amount of time that you spend on social media can also help you to like literally go out and touch grass. Like literally, we spend so much time online, and I feel like it's making our brains rot. I try as much as possible not to scroll so much on social media. Like I'm not spending so much time on social media. Instead, I read a book. Like when I was younger, I used to love reading books, and I'm trying to get back at it. From January till now, I've read 3 books. I'm happy about that. Last year I read just 1 book, and I didn't even finish reading it. So yeah, I've started reading books, and I feel like not only has it helped my vocabulary or my writing and my communication, it also like it helps my imagination, and that's something I miss about reading books, because you're able to like carve out your own little story. Like I just love the fact that reading books helps you like go into your own world. It's just amazing, and it helps your brain. Like there actually studies to show you that reading actually helps your brain, helps your neural pathways, rather than taking so much information and having your cognition disrupted with so much information at the same time. So yeah, this was just my own little rant. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think in the comments. How do you think social media is like creating unrealistic standards and destroying the world? Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my other video. Bye.